Good evening, everyone.
Oh, good evening.
Good evening. Welcome to the Farmington Water Pollution Control Authority.
Temporary chair.
Yes, temporary chair. We will start off, I don't think we have any public hearings. We'll call the regular meeting to order. Acceptance of our minutes for the March 9th, 2022 meeting.
I move that they be accepted.
Okay, I will second that. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Anyone opposed? Great. Any oral petitions, Mark? I don't think.
Nope.
Okay, and anyone here for public comment? Joe?
No, sir.
No public comment? Communications report, Mark.
All right, so for the month of March, we averaged 4.1 million, flows up as normal this time of year. About 97% efficiency on BOD and TSS. We were 14 pounds under the total nitrogen permit, and average biosolids were 20%. We also started up the UVs the end of March for April 1st phosphorus season. That's it. Any questions?
Everything's right on schedule.
Yep.
Still pulling rags out of the pumps.
Yeah, actually this month, I took some pictures, which will be on next month, but Stanley, and Batterson, we got some rags out of. Batterson wasn't bad because they're new pumps, but Stanley we've been getting quite a bit out of, so.
Those rags. Down the drain.
It was like a t-shirt almost,
I don't know
so
how they flush that stuff.
I don't,
Seems the world's
Yeah.
way now, isn't it? It might be challenging these people here at the public forum.
Showing you what the toilet can do. We have, listing of properties with sewer permits issues.
February, we had South Road, which was disconnect lateral to demo. Satcham Court, fee collected for the sewer permit, and Copper Mine Road, which was also to disconnect to demo. That's part of a future home for approved subdivision. March, Walnut Farms, repair of existing lateral. We had 3 of these. There's also on Hyde Road and Forest Hills Drive.
Yeah, I didn't realize that until I saw that Forest Hills Drive that the new has sewers. Do they come in from the backside there?
I believe so. I'll double.
Well, because they're not on Forest Hills Drive coming up the hill from Main Street.
No, it's got to be the back.
Yeah,
Yeah, Hohab's 41st, so 84 is,
yeah, but that's the new section. That's the brand new section that they just put in. It's about 8 homes, 10 homes.
My only question is, what do you have to do to disconnect the lateral when the building gets done?
Sorry, 1 second. I'm just unmuting her. Jennifer, can you hear us?
Yes, can you hear me?
Okay, I just wanted to make sure we're good. So typically they'll dig it, they'll cap it, and then move on with the actual, if they're doing the main line or the force main. I know they had a lot of them out by, is it East Farms Fire? Where they're doing the new medical building and
Yes.
stuff.
Yes.
So they did a couple out there as well.
Yeah, see South Road, disconnect lateral to demo building.
Yep. Yeah, there's only that one house that's like left up there across from the fire department too. But typically, it's cap it, new pipe. That's it. Where was I? Farmington Ridge Drive, fee collected with building permit, Colt Highway, repair of existing lateral, Main Street as well. Maple Avenue, construction of new home utilizing 2 parcels. And that's James and Sadie Bayo, I believe.
Oh, Bayo. Yeah. So. Yeah, Farmington Ridge was a new home. Yeah.
Project update report. Went over the private public construction. Pump station repairs, South Road Pump Station. We had a possible backup. It ended up not being ours. They actually had issues with some of the drainage on site for that medical building they're building across from the fire department. So we went out, checked the main line. Most of the time, if there's an issue like that, every house is calling us, not just one. So that we had no problems there. Centerbrook Pump Station, we pulled rags from pump 1. We didn't have any further issues. Stanley, we cleaned the vortex. And what we just discussed earlier about getting some debris in the pumps there, I think when we cleaned it, some of it got through the vortex in the wet well. So the pump ended up sucking some of that up. So we had to pull it and clean it. Snowberry, we had a pump failure. We did have rags and debris in there. Cleaned the wet well with the vac truck, cleaned all the floats off. Everything was monitored. It's running normal now. I think we put a new float in there as well, just to make sure the switch was still working. Tungus Village, flushed the coolant, changed upper and lower radiator hoses, and changed the oil in the filters on the generator. Pump station upgrades and collection systems. We finished all the CCTV inspections. We're waiting to get the full report from DPC Engineering. So when we get that back, we'll discuss it. I was out there a couple of the days. We didn't really find much out there. We're probably going to be CCTVing up by Berkshire and Robin. I know there's some things connected there, so we're going to try to isolate some of those in that area. We completed restoration of the trailer. I attached the pictures for that. So that's done for the summer. We can basically take the equipment out to the stations with that.
Yeah, you put some decals on it.
Yeah, we got some small decals to put on the equipment for the town, so it looks pretty nice, but that probably saved $5 or $6 grand because the 18-foot trailers are, well, everything's more expensive now, but they're substantially more than they used to be. So that's completed. We continue to clear right-of-ways in Jet. We jetted Butternut, Chestnut, Meadowside, Old Village, and Woodside. 7 Oldfield Lane, we called. We had a call from a homeowner. I guess there's like a lateral setup there where 3 of the homes are connected. So he's kind of working on it with both of his neighbors, but our main line was clear and we jetted it as a courtesy. Repairs and maintenance at the plant. We changed our effluent flushing screens to 300 micron filters and cleaned the solenoids. We replaced the cutters on the dewatering grinder pump. It's part of yearly maintenance and it basically helps any debris from getting into the press and the cleaning systems. We cleaned and flushed the polymer systems, took apart the wheels, cleaned and inspected. The maintenance for the UVs were completed. We started up April 1st. Phosphorus seasons begins then and goes to October 31st. We'll be running for the next 7 months. So March 24th, the operator came in the morning. We had some water in the RAS basement, about 6 inches. The Fernco on the sump pump on the discharge side broke. So when it was pumping overnight, it basically blew off the Fernco and it was recycling in the basement. So we tested the floats and alarms. They all worked. So maybe the switch is at 7 inches instead of 6.
But none of them went off, you mean? So-
Not a single one went off, which was our first question. So we tested it 15 minutes after we got in there and it worked perfect. So we lowered it to about maybe 2 inches in floor level. So we should be good. It was just kind of a random event with the Fernco breaking because it's only 2 years old. We changed a valve on the Enviromix system. All they are on the compressors. It basically opens and closes almost like a piston. It just lets air in to mix the solids. And we cleaned the aeration weirs on tanks 1, 2, and 3. And that's it. We were under the nitrogen permit for the month of March. That's it for the engineering report, unless there's any questions.
Anyone have any questions? Laura? Is there any new business at this time? Unfinished business, those that about 35, 40 lot subdivision on Plainville Avenue behind Tonsas Community College.
Yep.
Those are going up now, and I don't think.
I think they just started, right?
Yeah, I don't think
There's like 2 houses.
Farmington
Yeah.
side is, I think that's the last phase.
It's the last one. I don't think that one started yet, because the last time I drove by, there's only a couple.
Okay, so then we don't have any of our connection site, it's only
Not yet,
Plainville
no.
that's
Correct.
hooked up there, because I know that they've sold those homes, because somebody had told me that the houses are selling you know,
quickly,
yeah, gone. some.
especially now with the rates going up, they probably want to buy them before they get higher.
Well, the one closest to Farmington looks like, I mean, that's gotta be in Farmington, the first one.
The last time I drove by there, I didn't see many up, but I can take a ride out tomorrow and check too, because I'm typically not out on that side, but
Yeah,
There's
I'll
one up that's most finished, I'll call it.
Yep.
And then there's another one under construction.
okay.
And I think they're starting to also just, dig foundations.
Yeah, because I was pretty certain most of ours was the last phase,
right.
but I'll
The
double
Farmington
check.
phase was, I think, in 2023.
Yeah, or the end of 20, okay,
Yeah,
I'll check on that too.
yeah,
Was the model in Farmington? Because that's the first one. It looks like it's gotta be in Farmington. It's closest to the
college,
college. Yeah,
is it? Yeah, I haven't driven out since they cleared the area, so to speak. But I know that they're not priced that high, they're like 350,000 for 1,500 square feet. which,
sure, modest size, small lots.
Yeah. Yeah, but these days, can't get a lot for 350,000, Joe, right?
You can't get anything.
Right, yeah, you can't.
No.
I'm shocked they even sell them for 350. I'm sure they must have a base package and
Yep,
you build it up with, granite, this, that.
Yeah, I mean, you can't get anything for that kind of.
Nothing, not brand
Something
new.
new, and they have a 2-car garage. Was telling me that, but she was trying to hold out for the Farmington side, she wanted to be in Farmington, of course, for the taxes. But, she had to go somewhere, because she sold their house.
Really?
Yeah.
What if they have two different prices? Because usually like when they did that development in New Britain and Farmington, the Farmington side had a higher price than the
Yeah.
Britain side.
Oh, the condos.
Yeah,
Yes,
right,
yeah, oh,
on
yeah,
Jackson Park over there. So
Yeah.
I'm wondering if they're doing the same thing with the little price adjustment from Plainville to Farmington.
yeah, and they still do have a different price level.
Mhm.
Yeah, so that kind of stuff. All right, anything else? Anyone have? Mark,
I'm all set unless there's any questions.
Jennifer, anything, if you can hear us?
I can hear you. Can you guys hear me?
Yep.
No questions. Thanks.
Okay. If not, our entertain a motion to adjourn, as we said at the start, be a very quick meeting.
I move that we adjourn the meeting.
Second?
Thank you, Jennifer. Meeting adjourned at 7:14.